the morning at this school, Gordon College, I'll just say the name. It's the morning at Gordon College. We all got a very long, needed sleep. We all went to bed around like midnight-ish, fell asleep a little bit before, a little bit after. And then we all woke up around 8 to 9. I skateboarded down to this pond area to do this little intro and tell you what's going on for the day. Originally we were going to drive to Portland, Maine today and then stay there in a tent somewhere, like in the woods or at a parking lot somewhere or something like that. Portland, Maine's only like an hour and a half from here or something like that. So what we think we're going to do is just drive there within like the next hour or so, and then just drive back later tonight so we can have access to a shower again tonight and tomorrow, and also have like, well, 2 of us will have beds because there were 2 beds in the room. So that's the plan. When we get to Portland, Maine, there's only like one thing we really have on the list to do, and that's this one restaurant that's called Becky's. It was featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, I think it's called. I don't know, Josh knows what it is. And so that's like the only thing that we have planned to do there. And then we're just gonna explore the town because apparently it's pretty neat. There might be like a lighthouse nearby or something like that. That's pretty much it, I think. I'm not gonna really go into more detail because there is no more detail. That's it. So I'm just gonna chill here for a minute and then head back, read some before we leave, or just figure out when we're leaving. Because Joe's coming with us and he's like CARA, whatever, and he has to check kids out of their room this morning who are leaving. And so he said he had a few of those to do this morning before we leave, and then he can do the rest when we come back tonight, because the kids aren't leaving till later. Just got done with lunch at Becky's. Lobster, really expensive, uber good. My wallet hates me, my stomach loves me, so I don't even care. I think we're off to like a lighthouse or something now, but I don't really know because we have no plans whatsoever after this point. Just been walking around aimlessly in Portland for about 2 hours, and then we are now headed to the lighthouse. We're going to where?
We're going to like a park.
Okay, we're going to a park, and then we're going to the lighthouse eventually. pretty nice. We just kind of parked and paid for parking for a couple hours, and then we just explored the town. When we decided to come here, we didn't really have any plans as to what we were going to do, so as we have gotten closer and we're here, we just kind of looked up stuff to do and places to go, so that's just what we did. We walked into some stores, checked out, you know, just the nice streets of the town just to see like what kind of a place it was. We got a really good feel for it, I think. We walked around for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. A lot of banks around though. We would notice that. They have a lot of banks and we don't really know why. This area is really nice. There was like it was so many streets of like really nice quality, nice areas, nice buildings, good businesses and like all that stuff. So like, you know, the neighborhoods up here, they're like literally a block from this hill that leads down to this beach area, and like there's like walking paths and like a street for bikes and everything like that. So it's just like a really nice area. None of us are really like big like buying as far as shopping. We just like kind of looked around at some stuff, and so we had the idea to find a Goodwill, because a Goodwill is likely to have like shirts from this area or shirts from like either local schools, like businesses and that kind of stuff at it. And then maybe we could just buy t-shirts for like $5 that aren't in that bad a shape, that still represent the area that we're at, instead of paying like $25 or $30 at a store. So on our way to find a Goodwill, we passed like this view, and so we stopped. So now we're just kind of walking around on these rocks, enjoying the view, relaxing a bit because we've been walking around for a long time. Later on, let's see, we're doing this, and I don't know if there's another park or not, and then the lighthouse is pretty much it after the Goodwill. So we'll probably be heading home in probably a few hours, unless we find something else that we are interested in doing while we're up in this area. And by home, I mean back to Gordon College, not back to Pennsylvania. So that's it for now. I'm just gonna enjoy the water, enjoy hanging out, and then we'll just continue on with our day here and the video. So yeah, cool beans. Goodwill stop was a success, if you ask me. I got 3 shirts, one that had to do with Boston. It was for a bar in Boston called Cheers, which is also in Pittsburgh, I'm pretty sure. I got a shirt that was something else from Maine. It said Maine on the top, and then one that was a beach in Florida, so I don't know. 3 of the guys got like LL Bean water bottles for $1. Alex got an LL Bean mug for like $1 and a Maine hat that he's gonna wash like a ton of times. So now we made our way to the lighthouse area, and it is delightful. A little bit of cloud cover and the temperature dropped from like 93 down to probably like 75-ish. That might be a little drastic, but it feels like that. It's been so hot all day. Okay, really briefly, because my camera already died and I just charged it for like 10 minutes. We went exploring, walked around the lighthouse, ton of fun, climbed on a bunch of rocks, really questionable situations in some parts, but it was great. We went to the lighthouse. That's right when my camera died after I got a couple shots. There was then this fence that like led around the edge, and then we went to the edge of the fence, and then there was like this little path that people had clearly walked on, and then we walked down in front onto these rocks and hung out there. But I didn't have any shots of that because my camera died, but that was like super nice. The weather was great down there. Just a lot of fun. But there were no signs that said we couldn't do it. It didn't say no climbing on the rocks. There was just a fence there, probably just for people to lean on or do whatever, so it wasn't illegal. We're now grabbing something to eat really quickly on our way back, headed back to campus. Probably gonna hang out there for a little while. We might go visit a lighthouse out near the school later, but we're not sure. If we don't, the video is gonna end right here. But if we do, expect that next, because this is gonna die. All right.